I is for Charmaine.
I is the brain.
And this is Bud Notes News.
DBFM Entertainment. DBFM Entertainment. Your brain is for show, man. Your brain is for show, man. DBFM Entertainment.
Oh, hey man, how you doing?
Ah, not bad, man.
Cool. Welcome to Bud Notes News on the DBFM Entertainment channel. This week, we will be reviewing information that I received from Dope Magazine. I get the weekly emails. I have had some of their magazines in the past when I visited Colorado, but I haven't had any of their actual magazines recently. They have a nice range of topics, not exclusively cannabis, but definitely tied into cannabis by all means. So the first topic is medical cannabis in India, finally becoming legalized. There is a Minister for Women and Children Development, Maneka Gandhi, has stated her support for it, and that gave a lot of attention and momentum for it to become medicinally legal. Now, it has been issued to the Council of Scientific and Medical Research, CSIR, and they work with Bombay Hemp Company, BOHECO is their acronym. And they've spent 2 years collecting different strains from all over India, and they're going to grow 20 of them, and then eventually concentrate it and use it and turn it into medicine. But their main focus is CBD. They don't want to worry and focus and work on the recreational side. That has remained illegal, and they don't want to be associated with getting high or recreation in any sense. They want CBD for the medicine. Now, Dr. Vish Wakarma states that the focus will be on the CBD because the United States and Europe have shown lots of data that is the main factor in its health benefits as a plant, cannabis. Now, THC itself exclusively has health benefits, and then it, in concert with CBD, has additional health benefits. You can't exclude THC just because you can get high from it. It does have medicinal values and benefits. Terpenes have medicinal values. And again, the entourage effects with all these things blended together have their function. So to focus exclusively on CBD is still narrow-minded, narrow-viewed, but it's a great step. In India, being the second most populated country in the world, it's a big step. So, way to go, India. Next, we talk about New York State, their medical marijuana program. They have taken some steps to make it better, to improve it for its users and its practitioners. They plan to continue to expand and improve the experience, including allowing the sale of additional products. Before, they only had liquids, oils, and capsules. So they weren't really doing your traditional cannabis flowers and joints and pre-rolls and things like that. A lot of more concentrated, straight to the point, medicinal style things. So they have 4 new regulations. New York State, 4 new things they want to add to their medical marijuana program. Number 1, new products, lotions, tablets, lozenges, and patches they want to introduce and allow. 2 is they want to improve dispensary production. They now will allow prospective patients to come into the dispensary with their doctors or their caretakers and take a look around, talk with some representatives of the dispensary, learn some things, maybe get some samples, really find out exactly what combination they need for what they have. And before they weren't able to do that in New York State because they hadn't had their license yet. But now you can go in there before you actually get it to figure out if you even want it. Because you got to remember, for some of these people, a lot of these people, they're not just wanting to get high. They're considering this as an alternative to other medicines that have not worked. So they're coming into this as a medicine, and they don't want to get high. So for them, it's a new experience. And if they get real stoned, it's going to freak them out. They might enjoy it, but it may freak them out. So they really got to come in. It's nice that they can come in before they even need to go through the whole process and find out what they need. Third thing is the shortening of the certification process. A doctor, a practitioner, could go online and take a 2-hour course. It used to be 4 hours, now it's 2. And they can go through that online and then be able to prescribe it, suggest it to patients. And the 4th new regulation by New York State is additional changes. I guess they just had a bunch more and then they put it into a 4th category, which includes broadening the capability to advertise, streamlining manufacturing, and amending security requirements, among other things, quote unquote. So just basically taking the chains off a little bit, letting it loose, letting people get into it a little more before they get so involved, not making it such a long process, letting more practitioners come in. Because I guess there's only 26,561 patients and 1,155 practitioners. So they want to double that. And they've added 5 companies to grow and distribute cannabis, which is 2 times what they had before. So they only had 5 before. Now they're going to have 10. So this is a great thing. I'm glad New York has expanded and enjoyed their program, as they have here in Illinois. A lot of states are happy because of this. A lot of local communities are getting upset, naturally, but states overall are having a great time, making lots of money. Next topic, here on Bud Notes News, is cannabis advertisement. There's a lot of difficulty trying to advertise legitimate, state-allowed cannabis businesses, dispensaries, and ancillary products. The USPS won't ship things that promote a retailer. Not even the products or nothing, just if you're shipping something that promotes a dispensary, they won't let you do it. Google and Facebook won't let you basically make it impossible for you to advertise. I've been denied advertisement on Facebook because they thought I was selling weed. There is a site called WikiLeaf, and they have been able to get on Virgin Airlines, which will estimated to reach nearly 8 million people over its span, playing on the back of the headrest of the person in front of you on the Virgin Airlines. The ad shows a woman getting ready for a trip, putting things in her bag, getting ready to go, clothes, cosmetics, all the goods, and then she wonders if she should take her cannabis onto the flight. And they're promoting that you shouldn't and trying to make this a public service announcement of sorts and suggest that you do not take your cannabis onto the plane for obvious reasons of it being illegal in other places, especially on planes, unfortunately. So WikiLeaf, I guess, is not allowed to mention the airline officially on their website and things of the nature. They can advertise, but they can't go around telling the world about it. But they have said a couple things on Twitter. So I guess they're allowed to talk on Twitter. But Virgin Airlines' most common average type of customer is what they call a hip, socially engaged, tech-savvy, creative, and fashion-forward person. And I guess those type of people don't mind seeing a cannabis advertisement. That sounds like a pretty good crowd to me, in one degree or another. So way to go, Virgin Airlines. Way to go, WikiLeaf. Keep advertising, making it more normal, making it more casual. Not a big deal. Just cannabis, just another product, just another thing in our lives that we're mature enough to handle and deal with. Next topic, Bud Notes News. News from Dope Magazine. Check them out. Is a company called Soul Sugar Kitchen. They make edibles. They specialize in edibles. And from what I got, they're more of a nice culinary, professional, chef-based brand company rather than just wanting to get stoned. You understand? Marcus Lentz runs the kitchen, and he has won multiple awards, including the Best Child-Proof Packaging in 2016 at the Happy Place Fest. So, child-proof packaging is a big deal. There's been a lot of complaints of children finding gummy bears and downing them and then getting way too high, going to the emergency room and all kinds of things. It's a bad rap on the whole situation. I agree. Gummy bears may not be the best for that reason. And options give a good child-proof container. This man's done it. Way to go. They test their strains, their concentrates, their ingredients in the lab to make sure there's no pesticides from the cannabis they're using. We don't want to eat that. It is made by professional chefs. It has a consistent dose, child-proof packaging like we mentioned, and a high quality, no pun intended. Now, consistent doses. One point in my life, I had bought multiple cookies. Myself had a good experience on one of the cookies. Friend A got way too high. Friend B didn't feel anything. Friend C ate half and was having a blast. So there is inconsistency in doses and homemade edibles. So it's nice that they focus on making sure that if you want this, you plan on getting that from this bite, you're going to get it and you're not going to get more than you want. Their products include little chocolate cups, one filled with raspberry jam, one a milk chocolate crunch. They have a snack mix, trail mix. One is a ranch parmesan, and one is a barbecue. Again, infused with cannabis. And then they have these little jellies, little gummy kind of bite-sized grape, cherry, and raspberry. And check out their website, link below, because they have a lot better names for their products than I've simply described here. They're a very fun company, looks very tasty. I'm looking to try it very soon. Again, Soul Sugar Kitchen. Thank you for caring about child-proof packaging. Now, our last topic here on Bud Notes News for today is a cannabis business conference called the State of Marijuana. It is being attended by entrepreneurs, investors, and global leaders. They have things you can learn from, they have things you can talk to people with, see their displays, things of that nature, but there's also world leaders here. This is a big conference to discuss the overall connectivity and, as they call it, state of marijuana. When they come together like this, it's time to flex, time to show how professional things are, how it's okay to have everything the way it is. All the regulations that are being put in place and refined and tested and proven, and the tax money being raised. Speaking of which, in the US alone, it is expected that cannabis sales, will top $20.2 billion in 2021. In the US alone, $20,000 million will be raised in 1 year in the US alone from cannabis sales. So when these people come to this event, this is what they're interested in. They're not worried about local things. They want to invest on some global scales. And they talk about this. They're open about this. That's the point. So you can visit if you're at any stage of the business. Just because the big boys will be there and the big women doesn't mean that you can't come if you just want to get into it. If you want to learn, they have educational events. They have all kinds of resources for you to take advantage of. And a bunch of companies coming, showing what they have, talking with them, working with them, the whole deal. So if you're interested, or if you're looking to get into the billions, anywhere in between, you can come. It is in downtown LA, August 26th and August 27th. Again, this is the State of Marijuana Cannabis Business Conference in LA, August 26th and 7th. You can use the code DOPE, SOMJ, for 20% off. DOPE, SO as in state of, MJ as in marijuana. So DOPE, SOMJ, get 20% off. Go check it out. Hit up LA, get warm, about to get cold, enjoy it. Thanks, Dope Magazine. So again, covered some topics: advertisement, child-proof packaging, regulated food, business conferences, whole time of things. Cannabis state is overall improving, and it is a wonderful thing. I appreciate you checking it out exclusively here on Bud Notes News of the DBFM Entertainment channel. Check out other videos on the channel. Subscribe so you know when all the new news and other videos come out. Keep things popping. Much more to come. The brain working on the bike. Eyes for Sean, man, bringing you the news. Keep it cool. Thanks for watching DBFM Entertainment, but no snooze.